I have a bone to pick with Gameloft. And I've had it for a while. It's not like this is a new thing. I've had it for a while. It's just little things. Small little things. And it's all about Disney Dreamlight. I'm late filming this video. I'm uber late filming this video. And I don't care. I'm still going to get my opinion out there. Background. I love Disney Dreamlight. I think it's fun to play. I have my issues with it. I can't play it all the time. I can't play it for hours on end. I have my issues with it. I still think it's fun to play, and I like talking to all the characters. I don't hate the story of the game at all, especially a base game. I don't hate the story. And the idea, I like the idea of the game. Right? Okay, can we all agree on that? I like the idea of the game. I don't mind playing it every once in a while, and I don't mind base story. That's about it. Other than that, I have some issues with the game. Let's get the big one out of the way first. Like, there is a big one that everyone complains about, and I also complain about it. The fact the game was supposed to be free. We were told when the game first released in beta for early access that it was going to be free. We were told this. So, of course, people on the internet were saying, if you don't want to pay $30 or any other number for a bundle, you can wait and they'll bring it out free. It'll be free to play. So, of course, with the idea of the game going free, we didn't bat an eye to the game all of a sudden including the Moonstones. We didn't bat an eye to them including a paid currency for us to purchase. It's going to go free. Of course there's in-app purchases. Of course there's microtransactions because it's going to be free. And since it's going to be free, the game needs a way to make money. We understand this. We get it. Then you start looking at those prices of the Moonstones, and those Moonstones not fairly priced, in my opinion. They were definitely expensive. They're still expensive. But you notice that they're really expensive for what you get with those Moonstones. Don't get me wrong. The extra player houses were really nice. Those were great for decorating. And the outfits are really cool. But they're really overpriced for what you have to pay for the Moonstones in comparison. Fine. Whatever. That's the company that has to make money, right? The company needs to make money because it's going to be a free game. We just kind of rolled it off. Yes, we complained. We as a community complained. But it was fine. We don't like the prices, but we mostly understood because it's going to be a free game. Game's out for a year. And again, we're playing this. They're dropping characters, which is amazing. They're dropping these awesome. They introduced the Star Path, which again, it's going to be free. So of course they have to add a Battle Pass-like system to keep people coming back to the game. Because if you don't have that, why would you keep playing the game? You got to keep the game relevant. You got to keep it current. You got to keep it updated if it's going to be a free live service game. Come October, after the beta and early access releases, 1 year after the early access releases, we get a post on Twitter, not a video, not an announcement or anything, post on Twitter. It gave a date for full release. Yay, finally, we've been waiting a year for full release. Like, we were waiting for what things they were going to add, what characters were going to be coming. Like, they could actually start doing more with full release. We were so excited. Then you keep reading. You keep reading their little announcement. It's not going to be free. No, they decided it's not going to be free. Instead, they're going to bump it up by $10. So instead of being $30 for just the base game, it's now $40. Oh, don't worry. If you still want to only spend $30, they have the expansion pass. They have DLC that's $30. And that DLC was going to be in 3 parts for $30. That's just almost the price of the full game. Was the price of the game before full release. Keep in mind. We're like, cool. We're pissed. But cool, DLC. I wouldn't mind paying for DLC. I don't mind a paid DLC on a free game. And cool, you get Rapunzel, you get Eve, you get Gaston. That's so cool. Right? But we're pissed. The announcement of the DLC got overshadowed by the audacity Gameloft has to make the game paid. The game is $40, which, yes, not that high compared to some other games. But the game was supposed to be free. And on top of that, they kept the free-to-play structure of the game. I think that's what pissed me off more, is they kept the things in the game that were for a free-to-play game. I think that's what pissed me off the most. The fact that we still have a currency in the game that is paid by real money. You get it by paying real money. That pisses me off. Some of the best decorations in a decorating game is locked behind this currency. They have a weekly shop with different stuff that, again, you purchase with moonstones. And they still have the Star Path or the Battle Pass of this game, which has some of the best stuff in it, along with character outfits, like Disney character alternate outfits, which, honestly, best idea they've had. That's probably the best thing they added into this game. And it's locked behind a paywall for a $40 game. $70 if you're getting DLC. That's what pissed me off the most, is the fact I hate the idea of microtransactions in a full price game. I consider $40 full price. 40 and above is a full price game. I'm pissed that that for a year, a whole year, they were saying it's going to be free. It's going to be free until a month, not even a month before full release. Then they go, nah, you know how we said it was going to be free? Yeah, no, never mind. We changed our mind. Now it's going to be more money. So that's the big thing. That's the big thing that pisses me off with Disney Dreamlight. But again, we know this. It's been well over a year since it went full release. We know this. So my rant is nothing new. What I really want to talk about is the DLC. I want to rent with the DLC. A Rift in Time, $30 for this game. And yes, it is cross-platform, but you have to purchase it on every platform if you want to be able to play it on every platform. Which that's fine. I'm not that's nothing. Like, that's not a big deal. It's because like it's a big update to the game. That's not a big deal. What I find interesting is the DLC itself is good. I think it's a good addition to Disney Dreamlight. I think adding more space to decorate is never a bad idea. I think adding characters is never a bad idea. I think adding new companion animals, never a bad idea. So the concept of it is very good. And I think in execution, it was almost there. It was almost there. I liked the areas they added because we didn't have a desert area. We didn't have a desert area. They did good with that. We did have 2 forest areas already. So the Rapunzel side of it, like, was nothing inspired or anything. And also, some of the spaces on the Isle are tiny. Like, decorating, I struggle decorating on the valley when I have wide open space. It's like wide open space. So going over to the Isle, it's so tiny. Like, each little section of the Isle are so compact with the ramps and everything and like the walls. How do you build there? Especially on the forest side. How do you build there? That makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's so tiny. So that's the only thing I have against the Isle as a whole, like the land. Like the new land they added. It's the only thing I'm upset about is the fact that some places are just tiny. What I'm most upset about is the story. I like story. I know this is a decorating game. Before y'all type in the comments, before y'all get down there and go, oh, but it's a decorating game. The story is not the main point. I know the story is not the main point. I understand it's not the main point. But it's still a point. It's still there for a reason. And if you're not going to make it good, why have it? The first wave of the story was fine. I have nothing against the first and second waves. Because again, another wave was coming. So I was expecting there to be a cutoff at some point. I'm fine with the first and second wave. I thought those stories were pretty decent and left on pretty good cliffhangers. But this most recent one that ended the story? I finished that in an hour. Day of release, I open the game, I update it, I finish it in an hour. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun hour. I thought it was pretty good. But it was an hour. It was too short. I paid $30 for that. Don't get me wrong. Again, I know I didn't just pay $30 for the story. I also paid it for the stuff and the land and blah, 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 blah. I understand that. I think they could have done so much more with the story. And also, why doesn't Jafar have his own house? Gaston has his own house. Oswald has his own movie theater. Rapunzel has her tower. Where's Gaston's house? Why does he have to be in the stinking, like, Agora Palace thing in his lab? Why is that his home base? Give him someplace to live so we can actually, put his stuff in our valley. So he's not trapped on the Isle. Why are we excluding Jafar to the Isle? Why are we exiling him to the Isle? He's our friend now. We should be able to bring him to the valley. And oh my God, that post-credit cutscene makes me think the worst of what they're going to do. I am begging Gameloft. I am begging. If you're going to do another DLC, please don't make it $30. $30 is a lot of money for a DLC. And I personally, in my own opinion, don't think A Rift in Time is worth $30. I think it's worth $20. Please, if you're going to do another DLC, because I'm scared that's what you're going to do, because this DLC was called A Rift in Time, I'm scared you're going to do a whole nother paid DLC for this new thing you teased at the end of Rift in Time. Which, honestly, how silly is that? Because to get this new DLC, you would have had to have played Rift in Time, which would have been extra money. And not everyone bought Rift in Time. So please, I'm begging, if you're going to do another paid DLC, because I'm scared that's what you're going to do, based off what the trailer was, don't make it $30. $30 is a lot of money. If it's going to be the same caliber as Rift in Time, make it a little cheaper. If I can finish the story, the final part of your story in under an hour, it should not be $30. The finale of your story should not take less than an hour. Especially in a resource farming decorating game. Because the things you had to do to go fight Jafar, you didn't even have to salvage. Like, you didn't have to go and scavenge it. They were just there. It's a resource gathering building game. Building decorating game. Why was it able to be finished in under an hour? It was too short. It added nothing to the Isle other than Jafar. The only thing you added was Jafar and Mickey's outfit. That didn't add anything, didn't add any new areas. It didn't add any new, animals or any new things. It just added Jafar and Mickey. That's not an epic finale. That's not your big epic finale. So, this game pisses me off. I still play it because I like it. I like playing it. But this game will not be getting any more money from me. One, because it actually is very easy to get moonstones if you're willing to work for it. They actually do make it, I'll give it one positive note. They do actually make it pretty easy to get moonstones. If you do the dream snaps every week and you vote on the dream snaps and you go find your blue treasure chest, you'll get moonstones pretty quickly. And also do the star path. If you do the star path, it has moonstones. So you can get moonstones pretty easily without having to spend money. It just takes a little longer. So at least you're not completely cut off from moonstones. That's one thing I like. Because this game is not getting any more money from me. It might get my time, but it will not be getting any more money. Unless there's a DLC. The only money that I would do is DLC. You're not getting me to buy any more moonstones. So, I'm still pissed that it's not free. I had friends waiting to play this game. They were waiting to play this game for when it went free. And then it never went free. And so they're never going to play the game, which is kind of sad. that's my rant video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just pissed. I needed to get my anger out. So here I am. If you enjoyed my little random rant video, please let me know. Please leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you like and don't like about Disney Dreamlight. Put me on blast for my opinions. I don't care. Just feel free to put them in the comments. If you want to see more of my rant videos, because I might make more, feel free to subscribe. The button lights up. I don't know if it lights up for me, but it might light up. So if you subscribe, that would be appreciated. Let me know if I should do more videos like this, because I'm still figuring out what to do on this channel. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go play some Disney Dreamlight now, because I want the s'more stuff. So, bye.